Hello. Hi. Thank you for joining me for the 10-year anniversary screening of Thug. Just to give you a heads up, I do apologize. I wanted to share so much stuff with you all. However, I am not feeling my best. So I am going to share my film and share a few facts with you. And I don't know, we'll see maybe if after sharing the film, I have a rally of energy and feel a little bit better. I might be able to take some Q&A, some questions. I do hope that you are here to watch and enjoy this either live or in the replay. I am going to, before going into sharing the film, I think I want to share the trailer, and I do hope that it piques your interest in what's to come, and yet doesn't give the full story away. Now, some of you have already seen it, and this is a quote from my film. I can't wait for you to experience this quote in action. I had some amazing talent that I had the blessing of working with. Some you've probably seen on commercials, and some you've probably seen on television shows, and others are in major motion pictures that are in theaters either now or have recently been in theaters. So you'll see some faces, and I hope to see if you recognize any of them. I do apologize for my delay in getting started. My laptop, my cord popped out. So I was like, oh no, I think the whole thing ended, but thankfully it was still here, and I'm back. So again, I'm just gonna give people a little bit more time to come in, and then we're gonna go ahead and start with the trailer. And I am really curious to see, if you haven't seen the film before, if you watched the trailer, what kind of things do you think you might be in store for? And then afterward, I would like to see if you thought the trailer gave you a good indication of what to expect when it comes to the film. So thank you for joining me either now or joining me later. And hope you all can hear me pretty well. I am going to go ahead and share this trailer. And we'll be back shortly.
What are you doing in front of my daughter's room? Don't move!
Breaking news.
Our office has concluded its investigation.
But why turn your son's death into a racial cause? I see my son in these kids. No mother wants that for anyone's kid.
Did you know the victim?
Okay, so I first have to give a shout out to my brother Conquest. Jason Conquest, my brother, that was his track that played behind the song, and it just felt so perfect for setting up what we want to discuss in the film. So I with much gratitude, thank you, brother, for allowing me to use that track for the trailer. I don't know if you picked up in the song, I won't be your Trayvon. And I use that portion of the song very specifically because the very first day we filmed, was, I believe, today, the anniversary of Trayvon Martin's passing. And it was one of the more powerful scenes that we filmed that you're going to see. And one of the blessings that I had in making this film was that we filmed at a high school in not San Francisco, Oakland, California. And not only did we get a chance to film at this school, we got a chance to film with some of the students. And I had a chance to go into the drama classes, and I got a chance to go into their media classes because it's an amazing school. Not too far from Fruitvale Station, actually. In fact, we would take the train into Fruitvale Station, get out, walk to the school. And that was just poignant as we walked through the same, spaces and stood on the same platform. Um, if you saw the film Fruitvale Station, that was based on the real life story. Oh, Father, forgive me. We're going to chalk it up to the head code that I'm coming down with. But the with the story, the situation that took place there. So give me a moment while I look this up. It's a very vibrant community, and it's a very mixed community. I'm going to say it's a very Hispanic community, but Oakland is incredibly diverse, which is one of the beautiful things about being there. I loved seeing how the different cultures created its own culture that is Oakland. So shout out to Oakland, California, town business. I love y'all. That's my second home. I'm from Detroit, but Oakland is where I became a filmmaker. And so Oscar Grant, he, his last moments were spent there at the Fruitvale Station, and his life was ended by a police officer. But again, so many during the time that we started recording or writing and filming this movie, Thug. Black Lives Matter was very, very. I don't want to say popular because it's not a trend, but it was dominant in the news cycle. But for someone like me, it wasn't out of nowhere. I grew up, okay, I'll tell my age. I grew up in the 80s and 90s, and during such times we had police brutality, police shootings, police killings. These things were in the media when I was growing up. Again, being from Detroit, we had the Malice Green situation that ended with his life being taken from him. So this was not a new scenario for me, but it was as if a new generation were experiencing it. And I don't know, I think it's kind of time for that to we don't need more and more generations experiencing that. But anyway, I wanted to share this film on this day, again, commemorating the life that was taken too short or too soon. And that would be Trayvon Martin's life. He was born in February, and his end of life date is also February 26th. So that is why we are here today. But that is not what the film is about. The film is inspired by things like that, but that's not what the film is about. So I do hope that you watch the entire film and that you share it. And I will not take up that much more time. The movie in and of itself is about 15 minutes, 30 seconds. And I will be back to share some trivia about the movies. And if you have any questions, I do hope that I get to see your comments and that I get a chance to answer your questions as we, after the film is shown. So please share this link. Please share the movie. Please share this live stream so people can be a part of it as well. Thank you. And I'll see you on the other side.
I'm up for the rules. I grind and
Okay, I apologize in advance. I'm having a little technical difficulty. I'm having trouble sending this to the screen that I'm showing it from. So give me one moment. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. Give me one moment. This is more time for you to share, by the way. So.
I grind in silence, but even when my mouth is closed, you know I stay open, and my mind stays tasty. It's the cousin of death, but I realize there ain't no family ties in mine, so I stay open, my mind stay open. Ain't no rest for the weary. That's what the Bible says, and I reckon the Bible's right. So I stay open. I got a train like Martin, and I don't keep on running to it. Holding on to my faith, haters claim I can never do it. They don't know I run this.
Come on.
I run this. I be up on my atom while they be down on their outer. I be grinding like skaters, I keep it major than minor. I the beast on this grizzly grilling, they beef, they inquire. They be feeling they feelings while I be building empires. Like that dude with the mustache on the commercial. Don't you know if you step hard, boy, I'ma hurt you. I'ma do what I gotta cause I have to. Even if you try to think you over me, buddy, I just feel laughter. You must be Kevin Hart, homie, don't even start.
E, nigga, wake your lazy Mexican ass up. You late and you making me late. Wake up.
Huh?
Nigga, get up.
I'm up.
Wake up. Nigga, get up. For real, we gotta get these miles in.
Nigga, stop calling me nigga. Damn, I'm up. I'll be out there in a minute. Matter of fact, give me 5.
Alright. You better be out that door in 5 minutes. I'm serious.
Yeah, I think I'm about to jump. Yeah, I think I'm about to jump. Cause I finally realized why I'm here. Yeah, I think I'm about to jump. Yeah, I think I'm about to jump. Yeah, I think I'm about to this one the best you can't stop this feeling. But trying to fight the war that ain't always easy. Yeah, I've been through a lot, I know it's cliche. But you gon' see the tables turn like a DJ. I'm just carrying out this pop, this ain't no if, there's a maybe.
Unit heading up to the code 3.
I need to talk to you. I need your statement. I need to know what happened. What did you hear? What did you see? Did you know the victim? You need to tell me something. I need to know what you heard. What can you tell me about what happened?
Lord, we are gathered here together in your name. God, somebody lost their life. Somebody who's a friend, who was a brother, was a son. We're lost. And it seems like all the odds are stacked up against us and we are angry. Give us some comfort and understanding that there is life beyond death and there is life that we can give each other. We don't know what your will is. We don't know what your desire is. We don't know what you want. God, please be with us. In Jesus' name, amen.
Man, fuck that shoe shit, dog. I'm tired of lighting candles, man. Who we gonna graduate with? Huh? Nobody, because they keep shooting all of us down, man.
Exactly.
We're not doing that shit no more, dog.
Man, y'all see how they did us?
Yeah.
Y'all seen how they did C? A young black man can't even do right now and not get killed.
Right, man.
And they keep showing that thug like that. Like, what's that supposed to mean, huh?
I mean, it's a fucking hat, man. C-Lo wasn't no thug.
They
he was
don't
a
care.
kid. They don't care.
You ever see a news truck out here?
No.
You ever see them at our vigils?
Hell no.
Yeah, because they only do that for them suburban kids.
They don't care.
They don't give a shit about you or me.
That's right.
That's right. They only give a shit if we burn this stuff down. Yeah, that's right. They don't care. 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 We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. Big dogs. Big
In related news, police have determined that no charges will be filed in the shooting death of unarmed high school track star C. Lloyd James, calling it a justified homicide due to trespassing.
Our office has concluded this investigation. We have determined that this is a justifiable homicide due to self-defense. Now, as in all cases of this type, we hand over all of our information to the DA's office.
Raul Hernandez maintains that he called 911 before the shooting and that he only intended to keep the suspect at bay until the police arrived. The gun used in the shooting has been known to misfire and has been blamed for numerous accidental shootings in the past. Laura?
In happier news, Uptown residents are
I love you, baby. Love you, Mama.
What I look like running?
Same way you did when Fitz Rottweiler got out. Yo, you need to try out for her.
Man, I ain't never run before.
What are you talking about? As soon as you hear gunshots, you're the first one running.
You right. You stupid, man. You a fool.
Wake up! Yo, E? What the hell you doing?
I got an idea for the tribute. I'm gonna fix this.
What? This?
Man, look, you can stop doing that, dog. We already got something.
What do you mean you have something planned? How are you gonna do something without me? I'm his best friend.
I don't give a shit if you his best friend. It's a team thing now.
I'm not on the team day. You say something?
I mean, I could say a whole lot more for you, but it's a black thing.
So a Latino killed him? Now you can't have a Latino on the team? I'm not your brother anymore? You know? Fuck all of you.
No, fuck you, E! Your ass slept, nigga. You got him killed, not us.
Don't you think I know that?
Hey, chill, bro.
Man, get off the track.
Man, fuck out of here.
Let's go.
Leave me alone.
Ernie, what did I tell you at the funeral? I'm not ready for you yet.
I know. I'm sorry. I have to ask you for something.
Whatever you need, I can't help you.
It's for C's trip.
You mean the t-shirts?
Sure. No. I'm here for his shoes.
You want my son's shoes?
For the morning at the school.
Ernie, do you know what we're doing for Celoy? This is how we're remembering him. And this, so that no other woman's son will be killed just for being black.
But it wasn't like that. He thought he was the one who raped his daughter.
Get off. Get off of my porch. You're not gonna talk to me about my son's death on my porch. Get off.
But why join the Respect Black Lives movement and turn your son's death into a racial cause?
I see my son and these kids. And if you listen, they're saying they see their future in his death. No matter what they do, some cop, some gangbanger, or some racist store owner sees them as a threat. No mother wants that for anyone's kid.
Yeah. You ever had James? Somebody try to doubt you. Don't let nobody stop you. I got big dreams. I'm about to change the world. Step into this circle. And I got spread like curves.
You weren't expecting anything in the mail, were you?
Yeah?
Nothing from Johnson State, though, right?
Ma, quit playing. Give me the envelope.
Oh.
You know what? I don't even care.
It's the big envelope. I got it. I'm so proud of you, baby. I just wish you wasn't going so far away.
Don't worry. You're not here to love me before I go away.
I said I got dreams. Don't mean to sound cocky. Got big dreams. Can't nobody stop me. Got dreams. I said I got dreams.
A tragedy turns into a tribute at Earl Warren High School, the site of last month's riot. Ernesto Flores, best friend of high school track star C. Lloyd James, who was, you'll remember, gunned down by Flores' neighbor, is now being hailed for a new mural he's erected. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you. The mural commemorates the life and faith of the slain teen track star and has been praised by the mayor as a step toward unifying our community and honoring the life of a young man taken far too soon.
New video
Surfaced today in the shooting death of a young man. One witness captured the actual shooting with a cell phone. Because of the controversial nature of the shooting and the questions surrounding it, the video may be key in the case to help shed some light into what happened immediately before the officer fired his gun. But we also want to warn viewers you may find the video disturbing to watch and may want to turn away.
It's 7 seconds on the clock. Tell me where I can count extra time. I'm trying to buy some stocks in companies that I know that won't crash. What does it matter living on an earth that won't last? Why is my most impossible obstacle me just getting past my past? Get past my mask, it's hard to ask. All these questions I'm confessing, I'm sick of guessing. Somebody better tell me some answers and tell me fast. Minus a dash or a double. Let me let you know, bro. Don't need a seasonings, just give me reasonings and photos. Why? They say that pictures never lie, but how do we comprehend what we can't see with our eyes? And what do we do when what we see becomes a lie? Do we lie face down and just keep getting by? Or do we lie complacent and cruise by stools and piss? Or do we stand and chasing the truth and just dismiss what we know is so? Tell me how deep we're supposed to go to hold the crying souls playing on the block. How we know who's friend or foe when our friends give us blocks and ammunition? Too many wolves amongst the flock. Critical, our condition, fatal is the shot. On this road to perdition, it's impossible to stop. Stop. Hands up. Don't shoot. Just
There we go. I'm muted. Hi, I hope that you enjoyed the screening of Thug. I get something out of it every time I watch it, but I'll be totally honest. For me, watching it is like a trip down memory lane. I remember each day of production. I remember auditions. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this actor so impressed me when I first saw them, and I will tell you, the undertaking of making a movie is no joke. I was supported by amazing classmates at San Francisco School of Digital Filmmaking, which is now just San Francisco Film School. I was supported by an amazing creative community in Oakland, California. I was supported by my church, Bay Community Fellowship, letting me drive the van to go pick up equipment and so forth. I had an amazing friend who came, well, two amazing friends who came on as producers, and I'm trying to see if I can share this screen because Thug has an IMDb page. Yes, we're legit. We are too legit to quit. Sorry, I do not know why I said that incredibly old phrase. Let's see. Hopefully I'm not going to share. Here we go. I think. There we go. Sharing the screen. I want you all to see our IMDb page and just kind of point out some of the names who've gone on to do other things. So shout out to my producer, Lanisha Ray, as well as my other producer, Xavier Glendo. They were so instrumental in pulling this together. It's such a team effort. And also shout out to my friend Courtney Kelly, AKA Red Letters. He produced the first two songs that you heard. And the man, hold on, I have to come back on screen. The man is, well, okay, I'm gonna say, he is so amazing. He watched the film and actually created the first two songs specifically for the film. So he is so talented. And he has music out there, so look out for Red Letters. But I know he's doing other things as well. Shout out to my cinematographer, Saretsi. Is my screen sharing? I hope it's sharing. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. Maybe not. Maybe we're going through. I'm up here trying to. There we go. There we go. I'm just looking at names and I'm not sharing it with you. I do apologize. Let me go back. I want you to see just how phenomenal you saw the phenomenal work. I want you to see how phenomenal my cast and crew were. So this is our IMDb page. Now you can actually see it. I wrote this film originally. I had a dream. I was on the train and going between San Francisco and Oakland on the BART train, and I saw this kid, and this is the real life backstory. I saw this kid, and he was wearing a Thug Life hat, and I'm like, this kid is not a thug. He's so preppy. What the world? It just seemed like such a mismatch, and it stuck with me. Just thinking about how this kid is wearing a hat, and maybe it means something to him, or maybe it doesn't. But in real life, that's a label nobody wants to walk around with, you know? And he probably wasn't giving it any thought. But I'm going to come back to my wonderful, brilliant cast in a moment. Like I said, I want to shout out my producers, Xavier Galindo and Lanisha Ray. Also, my composer, Courtney Kelly, aka Red Letters, and my cinematographer, Saretsi. Oh God, I haven't said his last name in so long. So we're just gonna say Saretsi because I don't want to disrespect and mispronounce his last name. Also, my art directors, my set director, Ruby, who, by the way, she's an amazing musician. So check her out as well. Great makeup artist, Tony. And my friend who's these are my classmates, my schoolmates right here. Not all of the most of those were not, but these are some of my former schoolmates. We all graduated from San Francisco School of Digital Filmmaking, and everyone showed up. Everyone was committed to the project. They helped me from reading my script and making suggestions, and they helped me when it came to getting equipment and helped me with casting calls, and I could not have done this without such amazing people. And shout out to my girl Marie Rodriguez. She's an amazing filmmaker, and she came in and got some of my pickup shots for me because that girl is a great cinematographer. So I just had to shout out my team and my friend Alex Calhoun, he was a classmate. He's so talented. Film comes to him naturally, and he's a great colorist, so he colored my film for me. So I just want to shout out all the people that you don't normally see because their names went really, really quickly on the screen, but they are so important because there would be no film without them. And then I just had to point out a few names you might have seen in other things. Let's see, Janine Hartman. She is so talented. To me, it's just such an honor that not only do I get to list them on my IMDb, but they list Thug on theirs. So that to me is just such a blessing. Martrice, she was the mom. And she's been doing some work as well, but yeah, as you can see, she has a few more credits that a few more projects. This talented young man, Jameer, I asked during our casting call, and he responded. I asked, "Well, have you ever cried on demand before?" He's like, "He played Romeo and Romeo and Juliet." I said, "Okay, let me see." And he impressed me. But I'm trying to show you there's two names that I'm pretty certain that you have seen. Well, a few more people. I was so amazed by Catherine Mirza, and on top of that, she has she's a friend and a fan. She has been supporting. She has helped in a lot of things. But as you see, she is so talented. She was our news anchor, and tell me you didn't feel like you were watching the actual news story. So had a chance to work again with her in the North Pole. It was a project I worked on when I was in Oakland. Fantastic series you should watch. But as you see, she has quite a few credits to her name as well. And it's just a beautiful thing to be able to work with talent and see them go on and just share all their their talent with the world. Now, I have to shout out another friend. Again, a lot of these people started off as just random people responding to a casting call, and I've had a chance to get to know them over the years, and I just appreciate the kind of bonds that build on set. You know these people for ever. They're part of your past, but they're also part of the path that you're walking forward. So she's a talented actress and very, very convincing. I enjoyed casting her as the police officer. So the last two names, and I do have to say, I did have a chance to cast my, I guess my co-lead in another project, which I'll talk about later. But I want to, the young man at the center of it all, the guy who is not a thug, Winton Odd. He is so talented. He does music, he dances, he acts. He's been in a ton of commercials that have come up on my own social media. So I know him. So he's still doing it. He's still out there, and look for him because you're going to see him in a lot of things now. You will recognize his face. So that is a young man I want you to know, as well as, let's see, this young man. And I say young man, but we're talking like 11 years ago, so everybody's grown. Joshua David Neal. If he looks and sounds familiar, besides being well known on social media, his most recent project is a movie with Keke Palmer, One of Them Days. He is the love interest. So I highly recommend that you keep your eyes peeled for this talented artist, this talented actor. He is hilarious. And despite the language that he used in the film, he assured me that when we did our Two Truths and a Lie, just as an icebreaker among our cast, he's a church boy. And I'm like, okay, all right, well, he's a church boy who can act. So I just wanted to share a little bit of the cast and the crew and the people who made this possible with me. And I thank you for being here. I thank you for your support over the years. Other things that I've gone on to do, I've worked on a number of projects, actually, mostly behind the scenes. I've directed some music videos, and got hired, had a wonderful few years with an organization called Sojourners. It's a Christian social justice multimedia company, mainly a magazine and online. And I was their multimedia producer, so I had a chance to do some really great op-ed documentary pieces and some poetry pieces, and just really be creative over there. So my time going to film school gave me about 10 years of good work. And so, it opened doors and all. I also, let's see, the film itself has taken me places. I got my passport and I went to France to screen Thug at the Cannes Short Film in their short film corner, which I will not attempt to say how you say it in French because I did not ever get good at speaking French, no matter how much I tried before going over there. But and then Thug also had a chance to be a part of like the touring film festival type of thing where it went around the maybe not film festival, what would you call it? It toured around the country with a few other films that dealt with different aspects of violence, of gun violence. So it's a part of an anti-gun violence tour. And then I had a chance to screen it at a few film festivals where I met a lot of amazing people who are still my friends to this day. Charlotte Black Film Festival was my first film festival, and you never forget your first. It set the bar high. It really did. It was very welcoming, and if you are a filmmaker, I highly recommend submitting your film to the Charlotte Black Film Festival. It will feel like home. It will thrill you. You will make a lot of great connections and friends. And the hospitality was unmatched. Also had a chance to screen it in Atlanta, here in Detroit, at HopCap, which I hadn't even been to because it wasn't here when I left Detroit to go to film school. And I screened it in Los Angeles as well. So I've had a good time. Oh, and I do workshops with this film. I had a chance to take it to high school and also had a friend of mine do a workshop in a middle school with this film. So I do use this educationally. So it's not just sitting around where I workshop and we talk about media responsibility. I ask the question, so when you see this news clip, where do you think they got that footage from? If, the protester was right, they're not there, the news isn't there, where do you think you got the footage from? So we talk about creating and owning our own narratives. And then something that's been passionate of mine is creating community from silos to solidarity. And one of the things that's, a number of things that I point out in the film are things of, well, why did the father do what he did? And, people tend to give their own speculation about why they think he did it. And so, what did he say? What did the neighbors say? And why would they say that? And I just want to point out briefly, it wasn't frivolous or a throwaway line when when Ernesto says that, hey, he thought he was the guy who raped his daughter. It wasn't a throwaway line. I wrote that in there intentionally, not just to give this father a motive, but I realized in the midst of all that was going on in society with us talking about Black Lives Matter, a lot of times there was just so much silence around the violence that happens to women and girls in the exact same neighborhoods, in the exact same communities. And so I wanted to acknowledge that, but not just that it happens, but acknowledge that it doesn't get a lot of attention. And so that's why I included it, and I included it in that way. And one other point, I was very intentional. For me, the question that drove the writing of this particular script was, what space do we create for brown voices in the Black Lives Matter movement? And I say that because the month that I arrived in um, Oakland, California, got off at the airport. That very month, there was a police shooting and killing of a Latino man named Alex Nieto. And one of the things that I appreciate was that that in Oakland, the community was highly upset about it, and not just the Latino community, but Black and Brown community. People were highly upset about what happened to him, and they were saying his name as well, but it wasn't going across the nation. Across the nation, people weren't rallying around this brown life that mattered. And so, just wondering, how do we see ourselves as a community, not just in the silos of Black and Brown, or the silos of women issues and men issues, or the silos of whatever, but that we recognize that we are a community and that we stand together as a community, that we advocate and fight for one another as a community. I guess the other thing I want to point out is I was intentional. I did not want this to be a police shooting story. When I say I choose Trayvon Martin's, birthday or the day that he was taken from the world, when I choose those days to show this film, it's because I feel it's incredibly important for us to recognize our responsibility as a community to see one another, hard stop, but also see one another as neighbors, see one another as community, as I don't want to go so far as say family. You can, but at least recognize the humanity in one another, to recognize the need that we all contribute to and as a community, and so see community in one another. There is a flyer that I created as a prop for the film, and it's a Respect Black Lives flyer. And on that flyer, it lists not people who have been taken from us by police, but people who have been taken from us by neighbors. We have people who've been taken, store owners, by people who thought that others like us didn't belong in the neighborhood, driving or running in the neighborhood. And so, and the reason why I say that is because it is very important for us to rally around the issue of police brutality and police violence and killings by police. But more important is our attitudes towards one another. When we stop seeing one another as threats because of the color of our skin, or when we stop projecting our prejudices onto one another. And I don't say prejudices to say, oh, you racist. No, what I mean to say is we can be skeptical. We can doubt people's motives. We can, take a narrative over here and put it onto somebody over there. It's a bad habit that all humans do. Some people are better at overcoming it or not falling prey to it than others, but from time to time, we're going to look at someone and assess them and think, oh, you fit this narrative, and they may not. But what I hope that we begin to do is when we lay the foundation of seeing one another as neighbors, as community members, as essential, and as mattering, then um, then we not only change the way that we treat one another in our community, but we also change the standard for what we allow. What do I mean? Our society, police would never get immunity from killing unarmed people if, as a society, we had a standard of people mattering. Even what's going on with ICE, that would not, the brutality that we're seeing would not be tolerated if we never came up with this notion that, some people, it's okay for some people to be treated that way, or it's okay if this situation. But the fact is, when we have the standard that people's lives matter, and in particular, when we as a society defend the least of these, those who are seen as the least, Black lives, immigrant lives, when people without privilege, mentally disabled lives, whatever, when we see and make it a standard to say, no, their life matters in the discussion, we don't tolerate that from those in authority. We don't have to rally people because it's already the standard for which we defend. So those are my thoughts, my motives, my motivations behind the creation of Thug. I hope that you rewatch it. It's all available for streaming on YouTube. I hope that you rewatch it. And when you do, I hope that you pick up on some of the things that I pointed out, but also that you share some of the things that stood out to you. Thank you for taking this journey with me. And that's it. I'm about to go take me some NyQuil and have a great evening, getting better. And I hope that you guys have a great evening as well. Thank you, and God bless.